Welcome to Patio Furniture Rehab and the Agio chair sling replacement. We decided to make this video specifically for the Agio chair because we've had quite a few orders for this sling replacement over the years, and because it has some specific sling installation differences from the examples given on our installation page. You will see in this video a swivel tilt Agio chair and a spring base only Agio chair. Both are similar but not exactly the same. You should be able to distinguish what to do for each of these in watching this video. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact us. Phone number is 724-748-5382, or our email is info@aplusredemption.com. This is the back of the swivel tilt Agio chair. This chair, as well as the spring base only chair, has the top support bar, which is removable, as you will see in a moment. You will find that the swivel tilt chair does not have as many support bars between the rails as compared to the spring base only chair. As you look under the spring base chair, you will find two bent bar supports and one support bar at the curve of the seat, which is shaped like the capital letter I. To remove the I bar, the 4 bolts will have to be removed, and then after the new sling is installed on the rails, it will be reinserted the same way with the help of a spreader bar tool. To begin the new sling installation, first you will need to remove the old sling by cutting it all the way down the center. You should find that after you cut the sling, the top support bar is easy to pull out from the grooves in the side rails. Then you should remove all the support bars. If needed, you can use the spreader bar tool to help you remove these by spreading the sling holding rails apart just enough to remove them. As mentioned earlier, on the spring base chair you will need to remove the 4 bolts from the I-shaped bar to pull it away from the chair. Remove the end caps using a wide flathead screwdriver. In many cases you can reuse the end caps after you install the new sling. Remove the old sling pieces by pulling them down as you support the frame of the chair. If the sling seems to be stuck, you may ask someone to assist you, or you may use some soap and water mixed down into the rails to help loosen the old sling. This is one of the differences from some of the most common sling installations. On the swivel tilt chair, the bolts on the seat area are inserted through 2 pieces of metal welded on the chair seat frame and threaded into the rails. You must remove these bolts and the bolts on the back of the chair to remove the rails from the frame. Most of our new sling replacements are sent out with the splines already inserted in the sides of the sling in the loops of the fabric on the sides. If you have ordered slings without spline because you're using your old spline because it is still in good condition, you'll want to, of course, insert the spline into the sides of the fabric. Please see our website and the page specifically for spline replacement on the slings if you have any questions about the spline. Now you're ready to insert the new sling into the rails, and of course you're going to insert the one side all the way up from the bottom of the rail, because you can only enter the bottom of the rails on this furniture, and then the other side do the same. Placing the rails with the new sling back on the frame, you can start the back bolts on the sling on both sides. You'll find that to be able to install the bolts on the front seat of the swivel tilt chair, that you'll have to use the spreader bar tool to open the rails up enough to slip them over those welded pieces of metal with the holes on them, to slip them over and line up the holes and put the bolts in to finish inserting the bolts there. You may also use the spreader bar tool to help spread the rails enough to relieve the tension or the stress that could be on the bolts, the threads of the bolts, to help tighten them up. Also, you'll use it to help you with the bent bars once you spread those rails apart just enough to be able to reinsert those bent bars. Sometimes you need to bend those bars just a little bit more after you have the spreader bar tool between the rails and opened up. You may need to bend it just a little bit more to slip it in the other hole on the other side. Once again, and finally, you'll use the spreader bar tool at the top in the back to spread the 2 rails apart just enough to reinsert that top support bar. That will take care of the sling installation once you do that. And then if you have any questions, feel free to contact us. Thank you.